Patti Anderson.
This was a last minute thing too. I just once was winging it. I thought I'd fill you in a little bit about Helmut's childhood. He really didn't have a very nice relationship with his mom, and his mom was Hilga. He called her the Nazi mom from hell.
I'm going to stand up and just for a second.
And she had a very stern way of raising her kids. In fact, when he was only 5 months old, she thought he was too lazy. So she kind of got him to crawl by chasing him around the house with a vacuum cleaner. And it worked. At age 4, she did something terrible. She snuck into his bedroom, and as he's laying in bed, she goes to the foot of the bed, and then she slowly raises her head up, and then she grabs his feet and screams. And I don't know what lesson she was teaching him, but he did learn how to wet the bed for 10 years. When he was a teenager, he used to lay in bed and listen to music. I think it was the top 40 or something all night, and she always used to tell him to turn the radio off. Well, one night she goes crashing through his bedroom door in her see-through nightie with a butcher knife, screaming, "Turn the damn radio off!" He was so scared, he never turned that radio on again. And it wasn't the knife that scared him, it was the see-through nightie. Helga had other problems too. She had a gas problem. She would walk through the house going, "Poot, poot, poot, poot." But nobody seemed to mind because her fart smelled like pine salt. The only time it bothered Helmut was when he had his friends over, especially his girlfriend. But Helga was also a clean freak. So he used to just tell him that she had a motorized mop and that the poop was from the mop. Actually, his dad, Gunter, he had a gas problem too, but his wasn't quite as bad. He wasn't farting all the time. But when he did fart, it literally melted the hairs in your nose. In fact, I heard he cleared out a show house in less than 10 minutes. And when he was a teenager, and they were cruising around in their car, 2 of his buddies actually flung themselves out of a moving car because he farted.
Oh, God. How does she keep a straight face?
He had a hard time after they got married. He had a hard time keeping a job because of the horrible odor that went with him. And he went to all the doctors he could find. But then something wonderful happened. He discovered that his farts smelled so bad, they were so potent, that they actually killed bed bugs. And so he started charging $1,500 to sleep in your bed. And it only took one night, and 100% of the bed bugs were gone. In fact, York with his second wife, and he made a small fortune. Yes, Gunter, he remarried because Helga died. And that was a horrible time. I was so embarrassed at her funeral. I was sitting with Helmut, and he leans over and he says, "Can I borrow your hat pin?" So I took my hat pin out and gave it to him, and he slowly walks up to the casket, and he starts jabbing Hilka's body with this long hat pin. And then he quietly walks back to the pew and sits down. And after the funeral, I said, "Helmut, why did you go poking your mother like that? I didn't know you hated her so much." And he says, "Oh, it had nothing to do with hate. I just wanted to make sure she was dead." And I said, "Well, why did you doubt whether she was dead or not?" And he said, "Because I smelled pine sol in the church."